In this video, I'm going to show you how to cut a hexagon, a square, or an equilateral triangle from Julia Schönhuber's kaleidoscopic paper, which you can buy on her website papierdesign.at. Now, aside from Julia's designs being exquisite to look at and translating into really wonderful color variations in folded models, it also has some neat mathematical properties. The characteristic most important for this video is that most of her patterns have a rotational symmetry of order 12. What does that mean? Essentially, that means each point of the pattern shows up 12 times on the sheet, and each one is the same distance apart from the center of the pattern. And if you connect two opposite such points, the left and the right side look exactly the same. The technique I'll show is simple and works with any pattern that has a rotational symmetry of order 12. Indeed, for the hexagon, an order of 6 is sufficient, but the order of 12 also allows you to cut squares. Now, how do we cut the hexagon? First, identify a point that is close to the edge, but ensure that that point appears 12 times on the sheet. For example, this one right here doesn't appear 12 times, so you need to move in a little more. Now, mark every second of those points and then connect them. These are your cut lines to receive a regular hexagon. And that's it. Cutting your hexagons like this doesn't only give you very precise results, it also has the advantage that the pattern is perfectly centered on your hexagon, even if the pattern is printed a little off-center, which can happen sometimes. You can use the same technique to also cut a square. Now the symmetry of order 12 is important because, this time around, you need to pick every third point. By the way, while cutting, don't be shy to rotate the paper so that you can cut comfortably. But you might be wondering, why cut a square? The sheet was square to begin with. Well, there are at least 3 good reasons I can think of. First, you might just want a smaller square. Second, sometimes the pattern is not perfectly centered on the sheet, and if you're folding a symmetrical model, this may show up quite obviously. Cutting the square like this ensures the pattern is perfectly centered. And finally, you might want to rotate the design a bit to achieve a different effect. This is also true for the hexagon, of course. Picking different points for cutting the hexagon will rotate the design and can lead to hugely different looking folded models, as different sections of the paper will be visible. Finally, for completeness' sake, cutting an equilateral triangle is just as easy. As before, identify a point and all its 12 occurrences. Then use every fourth point to determine your cut lines for the triangle. It's that easy. I hope you enjoyed this quick tip. If you'd like to buy some of Julia's paper, head over to her website at papierdesign.at. And of course, you can also have fun designing and printing your own patterns with a rotational symmetry of order 12. Now, if you enjoyed this video, do let me know by giving it a thumbs up, commenting below, and sharing it with others. And if you're looking for a model that looks stunning with this kaleidoscopic paper, try out the Imori snowflake designed by Melina Hermsen. Subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next videos. And finally, head over to my website happyfolding.com for more origami content. I hope to see you around, and as always, happy folding!